first taste. OPTAVIA tropical smoothie. Here we go. I have lost a total of 23 pounds, which is pretty amazing in 3.5 weeks, if I do say so myself. Today, I actually hit 51 pounds lost. I didn't even hit 50, I hit 51. So I'm going to hold 50 pounds of sugar and take a picture to show how much I've lost, which I think is really fun. I did it! I lost 50 pounds. 50 pounds of sugar to represent the 50 pounds that I've lost. This is really heavy holding this, so I can't even imagine my body 50 pounds heavier. So yes, 62.5 pounds in 5 months. That's even more. If you count it out, it's gonna be more than 10 pounds a month, which is crazy. I became an OPTAVIA coach and I am loving it so far. I'm loving like plugging into my business coaches and getting to be with all these other OPTAVIA coaches and just really loving on people. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a video that I'm super excited about. So typically when you start your OPTAVIA journey, you're going to find a couple of things that you aren't particularly fond of. That's okay. And so today I'm going to be bringing you 5 of my top fueling hacks for things that I didn't love towards the beginning. Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's video for Mallorie in the Making. I am going to be starting a new segment of Mallorie in the Making, and we're going to stick with the In the Making title. So this is going to be called Meals in the Making. Now this is going to be specifically for lean and greens that I meal prep for the week. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since I have done a sit-down video about my weight loss journey, my health, OPTAVIA, coaching, all of that in general. So aside from Q&As, but this is like an actual sit-down planned video. And the reason for this video is one of my clients asked me the other day, she said, do you have like an updated video of your journey? And I was like, yeah, of course No, I don't. And I think the last time I talked about my health journey at all was in the So You're Wondering About OPTAVIA video, and that was like when we were in our old apartment, so it could have been, I think it was in like April. We're coming up on like 8 months since that video, so it was definitely time for an update. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of an update on pounds, inches. I forgot to check, so I may need to do like an Instagram post of that later on. I'm actually kind of on a time crunch, but let's go ahead and get started and talk a little bit about where I'm at now. Okay, so before we can talk about where I am now, we need to talk a little bit about where I was last September. So I know a lot of you have heard this before. It's okay, I'm just gonna give a little brief overview. If you have heard it, feel free to skip ahead a little bit. If not, welcome to my journey. My name is Mallorie Gabbert. I am an OPTAVIA health coach, but this is my story of my personal weight loss journey. So I started OPTAVIA in September 9th of 2017 to be exact. And I honestly was kind of at my wit's end. I tell people all the time that I was done with dieting. I was a professional dieter. I was the yo-yo dieter, the serial dieter, whatever you want to call it. At the age of 23, I had pretty much tried everything. I'd been overweight my entire life, starting even from when I was in elementary school, and it just kind of kept creeping up on me until I was in the 220s, almost 230s by the age of 23. It's not a huge amount compared to some people and compared to some of the stories that I've seen, but I'm only 5'4", 5'5" on a good day, so it was really kind of packing on, but it was not good for my health, and I was starting to see it in my everyday life. I would come home from work. I worked an 8 to 5 desk job, and I was so tired I didn't even want to stand in front of the oven or stove and cook a meal, that I would usually go through the drive-thru on the way home and then come home, eat my meal, and lay on the couch until it was around 9 o'clock, take a shower and go to bed, do the whole thing over again. Weekends, I was exhausted, took multiple naps a day, Saturday and Sunday. My body was just tired, y'all. I was tired of carrying the extra weight, and I was really tired of not having energy to do anything. So a friend of mine at church was doing a program, and she was like melting away, and I tell people this in these exact words all the time. She was melting away in front of me, and every single Sunday she would be smaller and smaller and smaller. And so one day I asked her, like, what are you doing? And she told me that she was on a program called OPTAVIA, and she was having great success. So I figured, what the heck, let me go ahead and try it. And after my first month, I had lost 28 pounds. Now, this is the part of the story where typically in the past, I would reward myself with food and then go on a binge, and most likely that would be the end of the program, diet, whatever it was I was doing at the time. If this sounds like you, put a thumbs up or something in the comments, because it's a pretty common thing. So after the month was up and I had lost 28 pounds, something that was different from the past was I didn't feel the need to reward myself with food and go and binge on ice cream and pizza and hamburgers and all the junk. I was motivated to keep going. I was so excited to keep going and to see where I could keep going. Right before Christmas, I hit the 50 pounds gone mark. I took my sugar shot. If you've heard of a sugar shot, no, it is not a shot glass full of sugar. It is a picture in a grocery store or somewhere where you're holding the amount of sugar in the amount of weight that you've lost in sugar. So I was holding 5 10-pound bags of sugar. And as I was holding it, I realized, holy crap, this is so heavy. Hurry up, Robbie, take the picture. And then it was like, oh my gosh, my body was carrying this around for however many years. How did my body do this? This is why my body felt so tired. It was like a wonderful epiphany for me to realize, like, oh my gosh, this is something so wonderful that I'm doing for myself. That then led me to realize that I wanted to pay it forward and become a coach. So the very, very end of December, I became a coach and have pretty much been coaching since the beginning of 2018. It's been about a year now. Oh my gosh, y'all, I hit the jackpot. If any of you are already on OPTAVIA, on the program and thinking about coaching, do it. Take the plunge, take the jump, talk to your coach about it, and do it. If your coach is talking to you about coaching, odds are they would probably think that they see a wonderful coach in you. Do it. It is so absolutely amazing, and one of the things that I attribute my continued success to. When I decided to coach, I realized I wanted to give that to other people, but I was still on my own health journey at the same time. So I became a coach, started coaching other clients, loved it, continued to lose weight, and I pretty much hit my goal weight, which, let me stop a little bit. My first goal for myself, because I had not seen this number since probably maybe my freshman year of high school, was to get into the 170s. Now, I have some clients who start in the 170s, and I'm like, wow, over the moon for them, because my biggest achievements, I feel like, have come from the last couple pounds, last 30 pounds that I've lost from being in the 170s. And so I'm super excited when I talk to them. And then when I talk to people who were around the same weight that I was or even higher, I'm so excited for them because they have a beautiful journey ahead of them as well. Anyway, so when I hit the 170 mark, I realized I gotta keep going. Like, I had never seen 170 that I could remember, and now that I had, I realized that, man, there was still work to be done. So I set a new goal of 160. Dropped down to 160 and realized I could keep going. Set my new goal of 145 and hit that. Since then, I have kind of dropped down to 140, and I fluctuate between 140 and 143 most of the time, which is completely normal. Being a woman, we fluctuate anywhere between 3 and 5 pounds in a week. It's just our hormones. It could be that time of the month. It's just anything. Men, you have it easy. You sneeze and can lose 5 pounds most of the time. Women, we have a little bit harder time, and that's okay too. That just means we get a little more bragging rights with our journey. In 8 months, I lost 86 pounds, and up to date have lost 90 pounds, which, when I think about 90 pounds and I think about what weighs 90 pounds, my dog weighs 70 pounds. He's huge, y'all. We had to carry him one time. We were walking around the neighborhood, and he is such a baby that he got really tired. Our little one, our tiny little schnauzer, was going. And our big ol' lab mix was exhausted and couldn't go any farther. So Robbie and I took turns carrying him. he was huge. Like, it was a struggle to carry him home. And I've lost more than that, you know? It's like that plus a toddler. And it's just weird to me to think about that kind of thing. So 90 pounds in, I would say the 90 pounds came off in about 10 months. Because it was 8 months that I hit the like 86 pound mark. So it's been an absolutely amazing journey. Again, I have not checked my inches. I need to check my inches, but it has just been something that I cannot recommend enough. I still drink. People ask me all the time, like, do you still eat the Fuelings? Heck yeah, I do. And actually, at the beginning of this year, I decided I wanted to go back on the 5-in-1 for a little bit of time, just to kind of shed any extra weight before the wedding in May. There are still areas that I could lose from, although I'm super happy where I'm at, so it's not a huge deal to me. But if I can get down to the slimmest for that wedding dress, I'm perfectly happy with it. So I still do eat the Fuelings even when I'm in maintenance. I transitioned and I eat 3 Fuelings a day while I'm on maintenance, but I'm back on 5-in-1 for a couple weeks, maybe a month or so now. And when I am eating Fuelings, I'll kind of give you an update on my favorite Fuelings. So as of right now, my favorite Fuelings have got to be the peanut butter shake. Currently, right now, I'm drinking peanut butter shake with ice, water, and a tablespoon of cream cheese. It just makes it super creamy. If you've been watching my channel for a while, or you watch my fueling hacks or any of the stuff that I cook for lean and greens, cream cheese is a pretty common ingredient in what I make. I love cream cheese. So I always put that in a shake to make it a little creamier. I've also found that I have a new love for the bars. I don't know if it's because it's so convenient, or I just like fell in love with them all over again. I liked the bars in the beginning, but I was definitely more for like brownies and cookies and crunchers and things like that. Now I'm like shakes and bars all the way. I typically in the morning will have, this is my 5-in-1 for right now, a mocha blast shake in 8 ounces of coffee with ice blended up in my NutriBullet to make like a kind of a frappuccino. That's in a Fueling Hacks video. I'll link that above. And then around 10 o'clock, I'll do a bar. Currently, I am going between cranberry honey nut bar, cinnamon raisin oat bar, campfire s'mores bar, and caramel drizzle bar, and the peanut butter double crisp bar. So I love those, and I am just pick one out every single day, and I'm never disappointed with the one that I get. And then around lunchtime or 1 o'clock or so, I do a peanut butter shake. And then around 4 o'clock, I do a chocolate shake. And then I have my lean and green. And then typically before bed, I'll do another shake or I'll do a bar. So it kind of depends. If I'm gonna do another shake, it'll be a silky peanut butter shake. I'm telling you, they are my favorite. I love them. I haven't had a brownie in a while. I love them, they just are not what I've been craving lately, and that's okay. So I kind of wanted to give you my last little thing is what's next for me in OPTAVIA. I would say my next is just maintaining. I would like to build a little bit of muscle. So Robbie and I have been hitting the gym. We need to be hitting the gym a little bit more lately, but it just seems like there's something every single night these days. But my biggest goal this year is going to be maintaining and water. I have needing to find a new love for water. When I was in school, I loved water because I was singing all day long, and so it was like something I was constantly doing. I always had water. There was no reason I wouldn't get in at least 100 ounces a day. Now I always get in the 64, but it would be nice to get in 100 ounces each day. So one thing that I did was I actually grabbed a gallon of water and took it to my work, and I fill that up each morning and then just pour into my cup with a straw. That way I'm not like drinking out of a gallon when I'm meeting with students every single day, to try and get that gallon of water, which is 128 ounces of water in a day. It's good for your skin, it's good for your skin elasticity, it's good for your hair, it's good for everything else. So water is amazing. And then my last goal is to continue to work with clients and coaches that are on my team to grow and just help them on their beautiful journeys. I have so many wonderful clients who are so excited about 2019 and the goals that they have set. And even in 2018, I have so many amazing clients who have really kicked it hard, kicked fear in the face. And that's what we like to say, kick fear in the face. Have kicked fear in the face and shed a whole bunch of pounds. And in that time, gained so much happiness, freedom. It's amazing and beautiful to watch. I love doing my check-in calls with them each week. So that's pretty much my goals for this year, and that's kind of the update for where I'm at now. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. You can also send me an email. I'll leave that down below. I'll also leave all of my social media down below, and maybe I'll even put them here on the screen for you. One thing I did want to say is I am so happy every single time I get mostly Facebook messages. I do get emails, but I get a lot of Facebook messages. Feel free to friend me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Snapchat, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. It's free. I would love to connect with y'all there. I also have a P.O. box if you'd like to send snail mail. That's totally fine too. I checked my P.O. box the other day and had gotten some Christmas cards and just bubbled up with glee. I was so excited. So please reach out if you have any questions or you'd like to share some victories with someone. I'd love to hear them and I'll celebrate with you. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching today. I love you all and God bless you.